Welcome back. Welcome back. Guys. Hey, welcome. Today we are in for a special treat. We are going to be sitting and speaking with Lenaah Lee. See here. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to send our question. Then Danielle, you'll send yours right after. Do the same way how we did last week. Just so we have no issues. Let's see. Listen. Hello, guys. Welcome. Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Beautiful. So give me 1 second. I'm going to bring my co-host in.
Okay.
Let's see here. I love the hair.
Thank you. Oh, my God.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, beautiful.
Oh, yes. We're back to she. Danielle.
Huh?
We're back to she.
Oh, yes. We're back. They may come back soon. Brace will come back, but
Gotcha.
hello.
Oh, man. All right, guys. All right, so I'm going to take that down. So you guys heard that track, right? We with her. We with the
Yes.
right here.
It's
The
lit.
queen. So we want to say thank you so much for joining us today on our segment here of Indie Talks. I'm super excited to have and be able to have this conversation with you. So guys, for those who are just tuning in, thank you so much for coming and have this hear this conversation with us. I am just one of your hosts, Aasha Lewis Redway, and my beautiful co-host,
Lenaah Lee.
all right, so guys, you already know what it is. We are sitting with some of the most talented independent artists that is doing a thing and working their way up in the music industry here. And today we have no other than the beautiful Miss Lenaah Lee.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we are super excited to have this conversation with you. It's our pleasure. And shout out to your manager who has been, definitely speaking with our team and really working with us. I know we had a few date changes and things of that nature, but we worked it out and you're here.
We're all good.
Yes. All right. So let's jump into this, guys. You already know what it is. All right. So let's get on this roller coaster. All right. So definitely, once again, thank you for joining us. So you're a BK girl all day. Talk to us about, growing up in Brooklyn and really, starting your path within, the music industry.
All right. So I grew up in Bushwick and I lived in a brownstone with my grandma. And we was really known in Bushwick because my grandma was a part of Block Association and everything. So during like block party times, I would perform. And it used to be so cute because my mom like, oh boy, here Lenaah go. And I was little, you know what I mean? Like I was a little girl, like 6, 7. So from then, like, that's how it started. Like, that's how I knew I wanted to sing. I like to sing. And that's how it started with the singing. But then, my father is in this room now too. But like, as I was growing up, then my father was like, yo, you should rap. And then he taught me how to rap. And I started rapping in middle school. And my first artist name was Scoops. It used to be Scoops, like chips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so so it's Scoops, and then
now we got to talk about how you got the scoops, though.
Yeah.
Scoops. To be honest, this is mad funny. All right, before it was Scoops, and then like AKA Little Debbie, and I could tell you this, and it's actually
It's all snaps.
No, it's funny because I used to be really big. Like when I was in high school, I had a lot of weight on me. And even in middle school, I was like cute, chubby little girl. So I was Little Debbie. My cousin used to be like Little Debbie, but like my friends and associates, they'd be like Scoops. And so, my father, he taught me how to rap. I started writing my own raps. And then I went to high school. And when I went to high school, I went to high school in the city, so it was really diverse. Like leaving Brooklyn to go to the city, like it was a movie for real. Like growing up too, like I'm in places like I wouldn't even be there, you know, if I wasn't in the city. So I went to high school and I was doing musical theater. That was my major. And then I'm like, my friend, I used to freestyle at the tables and like at the lunch table or in homeroom. And then all of the guys and girls from Harlem, yeah, like Harlem, they used to show love back. So they was like, they used to do beats. You know how they get Harlem
Yep,
Yeah, on
shake.
the
They
table,
get they
yeah.
get hype. Yeah, so yeah, they used to be making the beats and stuff. They be like, yo, Lee. They used to be like rap. So they used to be like, go Lee, go Lee. And then I just started rapping. I went to the studio in ninth grade. I made a song with my friends called Tell 'em That. And my verse, I went back to school and it was viral. Like everybody was singing my verse. It was like, yo, Lena, you on the track. And I just started making music really heavy from then. Since ninth grade, 2010, I started like really being in the studio, working on singles, working on my EP. And then eventually, when I was working on my associates, I ran into my manager because we went to the same college. And he was like, I introduced myself to the class, told them where they could follow me at on all platforms, SoundCloud, Apple Music, and all that. And he was like, I'm gonna check you out. I came to school the next day. He like, yo, you fire. Yo, I want to work with you. I'm like, all right, let's see what we could do. Maybe a partnership type thing, you know what I mean? And from there, like, we've been moving like that. He been helping me out and we've been working. But yeah,
So,
the names is funny there.
so now
But
how
I
did
got
it
Lena
go?
Lee.
Oh, okay,
Hmm?
no, go ahead, go ahead.
I had got Lenaah Lee because I have a best friend and her name is Tiffany Lee. And then middle school she used to be like Lee. And then after that I just put Lenaah Lee and that's how I went from there with Lenaah Lee.
Mm,
Okay,
okay.
okay. Now you're in high school. You said you're in ninth grade and you're in the studio, you writing verses, and you said you did an EP in ninth grade, or what did you
Yeah,
do in
but
ninth
the
grade?
EP no, all right. So in ninth grade is when I was doing my music and I was in the
Hmm.
studio. But I was working on like little singles. I was not yet
Okay,
working on my EP. I didn't start working on my EP until I had graduated. So I graduated high
okay.
school in 2013. And then I went to Kingsborough Community College. I met my manager. He's like, yo, let's work on something. And then boom, we got my EP out. That's when my EP came out and I was super excited for it. It's called Say Less. It's out now too. And yeah, that's how that went. So in high school, it was more of me warming up because people really like me. They really like to
Hmm.
see me rap, enjoy me performing. So I'm like, I enjoy it too. I was already doing musical theater. It wasn't much of a switch for me to rap, you know, and like sing hip hop R&B. But I also incorporated the musical background with the modern music. So it was cool.
So how were you like balancing the two, like being a high school student and still like working on and building up your craft?
All right, so the high school I went to was performing arts anyway. So I had mad time. I had a lot of ample amount of time to like work on musical theater in school, after school, and then I'll just go to the studio and do stuff like that. But remember, like, so me doing musical theater, I was in musicals. And then I was really busy. Like anybody will tell you, Lenaah Lee in high school, I was moving around. Like I was really busy. So it was just how I did it. During the day and after school, I did my musical theater. And then once I was done with that, I used to leave school, although school ended like 2, 3, I used to leave school at like 6. And my friends would be waiting for me.
Oh, wow. So with you doing musical, because sometimes, a lot of times with musicals, they can associate it, like opera style, it's a different variety, vocal variety, in which you use. Um, and with you, of course, doing R&B, hip hop, how did you know how to keep that distinctively apart from each other in regards to it, like you putting out your music?
Oh,
Oh,
what happened?
what happened?
Lena, girl, where you at?
just disappeared. All right. So something probably happened. It's probably connection. So let's give her a moment. But that's interesting. I think that's very distinctive, like, you know, with the performing arts, because sometimes when you think about musical and everything like that, you kind of think more Broadway
But you got to
style.
think about it. Listen, look at Nicki Minaj. She went to
That
LaGuardia, and she was
that
also studying like stuff like that in different like realms and like Broadway and like stuff like that.
that
So
is true. All right, she's back up. Let's see here. See if we can get her in the room. It was getting good. It was getting good.
My thing, I'm sorry, y'all. I came out my whole house to do this. This is crazy. My
it's
internet's crazy.
okay, girl.
All
Listen, we
right,
making
we
it
back at it
happen.
though.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So
All right, what's up though?
the question that I was presenting is because you talked about the musical performance and that style, because sometimes when people start thinking about those styles of performing scene and performances and that style of music, you know, you kind of think of Broadway, more like opera type. How are you able to very like distinctively kind of separate the two and just kind of know how to hone in without any type of additional training or things of that nature?
All right, so the musical theater aspect of everything, I would have to say like that was already something I was doing with school. Like I have an associate's degree in that and a bachelor's degree in that as well. So that's a whole nother lane for me. So when I'm in my musical theater mode, I'm in my musical theater mode. And then it's like switching when I'm done with musical theater, I'm done with school rehearsing, or I was also in the off Broadway musical, which was
Mm-hmm.
63rd and Broadway at the Little Dean's Theater. And so I would do that stuff. And then after that, like, I would move on. Like, I would go chill with my friends, be like, yo, you want to go to the studio? And I'm rapping. We playing a beat. It's different. It's the music. Like, it's different. It wasn't really, like, I didn't have to really, like, go back and forth. It's just something that happened naturally. Like, musical theater is so different from singing and rapping, hip-hop and R&B, you know?
Right.
But it's like at the same time, you can also include it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's like also dope and important because you're learning like the basics, you know,
Yeah.
and like you like understand like what like kind of like what you need to do. I want to get into like your dad. You said he taught you how to rap. What is it that your dad taught you specifically that you still use today?
Okay, so my father really taught me about delivery. That's the
Mm,
main thing for me. And like delivery, one thing with the delivery is don't force it, let it be natural. And I could say like from doing musical theater that really helped build my character, how I am today. I'm already theatrical. I'm already me. I be who I am 24/7. So for me to just write, and I'm writing my own music too. So it's
right.
nothing for me to deliver it how I want to deliver it. But that's one thing that always stuck with me is just to I always write my music. No one writes my music for me. And it's not that I don't want them to. I mean, I have been offered in the past, and I'd be like, no, I'm in my
Mm-hmm.
own. But it's the thing about writing your own music and then performing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's natural. And when it's not like that, you have to rehearse it, and that's different.
Yeah, you don't
That's,
have to worry about somebody saying, "Oh, well, I wrote this for her,
yeah.
and she can't write her raps or nothing."
Right.
And then like you never know, like you could be performing somebody else's song that they wrote for you to perform and you mess up and then like you don't know how you're gonna fix it. It's just multiple things because listen, like I do theater too, so sometimes you may forget the dialogue and you're
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, you gotta fix it. You didn't write that, but the show still gotta go on. So
Right.
it's what people want to do, but that's what my dad taught me. And then he also got me like this rapping. It was like a rapping book with different words in it, which was pretty cool. It was like a dictionary, the rapping
Mm.
dictionary.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
he
another
got me
me
the
though.
rapping dictionary. And then I just started looking at I didn't to be honest, like I didn't really I'm like, this mad words. Like, what is this? This is a real dictionary. I'm good, bro. Like this is in middle school.
Like I'm
So
already
yeah.
in school. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Huh?
No, I was making a joke. I was like, I'm already in school. What I need another book for?
Right, exactly. So I was like, nah, but yeah, that's what my dad taught me, and he let me just go on my own from there, and that's all I really needed. And then also, like, when musical theater, performing in front of people, it builds your confidence, and it also builds your people skills. So it's like, um musical theater did a lot for me, really. I love musical theater, and I love to sing and rap, and it goes hand in hand. So when you say, like, was it a struggle or was it difficult to switch back, like, no, they both go hand in hand, but
Yeah.
at the same time they're so different.
Gotcha. Now, do you ever feel like, so I was, no, I'm not going to ask that one yet. Back to your father. So the dynamic. So when you finally said, okay, I'm going to take this serious, I'm really going to pursue music and really just hone in on my craft. How was the family dynamic in regards to supporting to what you felt like, okay, this is exactly what I wanted to do, hands down?
They were, everybody was supported because my family, they come from a musical background. Like, my mom, her sister, my dad, basically everybody, whether they was an MC back in their day, or they was a hype person, whatever, they do it. And so when I was like, because when I had graduated from high school, I was like, I want to go to a contemporary college where only focus on music. So I would have only been doing musical theater, no math, science, nothing. And my mom was like, no, I support what you want to do with, like,
Mm-hmm.
musical theater, but go to a regular school, major in musical theater, and still learn math, science, English. I was like, all right. So they were supportive 100%, coming to my shows. When I got offered deals, they're like, hold on, let's look at it. Let's take our time. Like, and it's just real cool. Like, it's real cool.
Yeah, it's good to have like family support, especially like they like, even like they want you to go to school, but they still want you to, like, get your education, to
Yeah.
study like the basics, math, science, and stuff like that.
Yeah, of
Um,
course, have something to fall back on.
yeah. You have a song called Patience. How
Yeah.
have you learned, and you have
Video too.
also a visual, yes, you have a
Yeah.
visual as well. How have you learned to be patient when it comes to your career?
How have I learned to be patient when it comes to my career? Let me really, with the whole music industry, it's patience and, like, hard work. So I didn't learn how to be patient. I kind of, like, I'm a go with the flow type of person, but as well as, like, I'm a hard worker. You know what I mean? So I live my life, like, day to day. I have my goals, I achieve it, and I just hope, and if I continue to do what I got to do, you know what I mean, then good is going to come from that. So that's how I look at it. Like, I don't know.
So what are the main goals that you basically have set for yourself as an artist?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so right now, within, like, the next 3 months, my main goals is to get a new EP out. Right now, I have a song that's on all platforms called Dear Love. I just shot the video, so it's getting edited. So I want everybody, like, look out for that. And I have been offered a couple of deals, so I'm looking to get back in with a PR, which is like a publicist. I was working with one, but I kind of took a break. So I'm looking to start back on that, because that really helps jumpstart everything I want to come my way. And that's what it is. Like I said, you know how you said, like, how have you learned to be patient
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to this music industry? Is like, I learned to be patient, but I also learned that, like, the more money you invest in yourself, the quicker things get done, and it's better for your success, like, off rip. So whether you got to spend $1,000 a month on a publicist, thank you, or you gotta, like, you know what I mean, 1,000 on a video, which is crazy, but whatever. Like, I haven't been charged 1,000, but I'm saying, like, 1,000.
You like, not me, maybe some
Yeah,
people.
no, but they be wilding like that. They be like 1,000, but just last month you said 600. They get 100 more followers is 1,000. But anyways, I'm saying, like, like, stuff like that. I just invest. I'm investing in myself. I'm back out. Video coming out for the song that's out on all platforms, and me and my manager, like, we got good things coming up. I'm just excited.
Yes,
And
that's what we love to hear.
Yeah.
right.
Thank you.
What is a
So,
like typical
oh,
day for you? Oh, sorry. Oh,
no,
go
no, no,
ahead,
go
Asa.
ahead.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
ask it afterwards.
What's a typical day for you, like at the studio?
At the studio, okay. I like to go to the studio around this time. I don't like night sessions
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to be in the studio at 1 in the morning. I'm really professional when it comes to my studio sessions. Like my manager, he books them. I've been working with I have three different engineers. I have one in Brooklyn at Explode, and then I have one in Staten Island at Phoenix Studios, and then I have an in-house studio. My friend is from Cali, but he moved to New York. He's really great. So it's like when I go to the studio to work with them, to the two Phoenix Studios and Explode. Like I have my stuff written down. I'm ready to go. I'm in there 1 or 2 takes. He's mixing it when I finish recording and it's done. Like I don't book the time and be in there writing my music in there. It's just a waste of time and like
Mm-hmm.
time is big for me because I do a lot of things. But when I go to the in-house studio, it's kind of more of a chill vibe, and I don't mind going at a later time. I'm like, I am chilling because it's a friend and they want to help and they genuinely want to help. Not know, oh, I hope you it's something behind it. No, they want to help. So we there, we cooling, and as well as we're doing music, like we're having fun catching up. So that's when the music come out the best. It's like because you could just say whatever you want and it come out fire. You didn't even know you was gonna do that. It's not
Yeah.
clean. You know what I mean? So I enjoy having like the versatility and being able to do both. That's really it. But my typical day is I go in there in the evening, I get my song done, and then I'm out.
So do you have like sometimes I know some people they like to make it like such a fun environment where they have like a
Yeah.
lot of people, like I have like a party going. Are you that type when it's like an in-house? Like if it's like with your friend that has his in-house studio.
No, I don't really. I'm big on like if you don't need to be there, then hit me later. Like, I'm big on it. Like, because I know mad people and like all the time people want to chill, so I have to spread out the time too. And then sometimes people could be a distraction in the
Mhm.
studio.
I say
Like
that.
I don't mind your input. I like to hear people input on my songs, but at the end of the day, my song is gonna go out how I want it to go
Hmm.
out, you know? And I kinda sometimes I don't need that in my ear. I rather hear it when my song is done. Oh, that's how you feel about it? Oh, okay, that's you. You know what I mean? Like
Cool.
it's
All right,
whatever.
bye.
Yeah,
Like,
so yeah. But I would have my manager and my roller because she rolls all my spliffs. And that's it. Nobody else really. Unless we doing a feature, then you could pull up. But no, I don't really.
Okay. If it ain't business, but you don't need to be
you don't
there.
want it.
Yeah, yeah. Afterwards, we could link and chill, and you can hear the music. Facts.
So basically, talk about because you have a distinctive sound. You have your style. Talk about you just basically being you and holding your individuality versus to how the industry can be trending, whether going with the flow, with the trend, and what they're looking for.
Right. Um. So like how I do it is people send me beats, and sometimes I look on YouTube or other like websites that have beats, and if I like the beat, I just do what I feel. Like I just start writing how I feel, or it's like the music, the instrumental takes me in a path in which the song goes, and I write the song, and that's just what it is. But
Mm-hmm.
don't get me wrong, like sometimes I am inspired by artists that's already out, but most of the time it be like old artists like Twista. Like I wrote a song one time and I'm like, yo, this giving me Twista vibes. And then I did a song that's not even out. I could drop it anytime, but my mom, she fuck with it heavy. She like, yo, I love that. And it give me
So
real
drop
track.
it. What's the delay
I'm gonna drop it.
thing?
I'm gonna drop. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Like the females are really gonna like this song. It's called My Time, so I feel like they really. It's like it's about not wasting my time. You feel me?
Girl, I need you to drop that right now.
I'm gonna drop
The boys need
it.
to hear it.
Yeah, so it's like it just be different. Like word.
Yo, Twister though? Yo, I haven't, son. I haven't thought about Twister in a minute, but that's
Yeah,
nice. He's
Yeah, or
definitely nice.
yeah, he's nice. And so like, or like I was telling you about, my time is giving me real Travis Scott type vibes. And so like sometimes I am influenced by artists that's out. And as well, when I like include my musical theater into my music, I'm mainly inspired by like Shaka Khan, Ella Fitzgerald, and stuff. Like whenever you hear me
Yes.
Listen,
jazzy rap, it's like my classical and musical theater background, like seeking into what I'm doing currently.
Yes. Perfect. Go
all
ahead.
right. I know, dear. You're already
But I
like,
need that in my time,
you
like
need that track.
yesterday. I
I
need to
am.
voice it. I need fellas to hear it.
I'm gonna drop it today, and I'm gonna tag y'all.
Cause they gotta
That's
start
Listen,
wasting our time.
can we put in our new music Friday for tomorrow? What's
You wanna put it on? Yeah, all right. I'm gonna send it to
What's
you
up
then.
with the what's up?
well, I'm just saying, you know, we want to make sure. Well, let's make sure it's good with manager first.
Yes, right. We already know no lawsuits coming
I
in talking
want
about
you to
you're
Well,
hear.
not authorized.
ah,
I want you to hear.
got you, got you. All right, all right. Just let us know though. Just let us know if we can put it up for our new music Friday. If that's something you're putting out to the public, or if that's something personally you just want us to hear, we're more than happy to definitely take a listen to. My question is now at this present time, with everything, the pathway that you're chosen and that you're still rising in this industry. Talk about like some of the things that you came to learn with this industry, because the music industry can have the ups and it can have the downs.
Not a damn.
What are
Right.
some things that you have learned along the way, that you just take in and say, hey, I learned from this, or I either grew from this, like.
All right. So one thing I learned, and like a lot of people could say what they want to say, but I forgot who was speaking on it, like Doja Cat, and like it was some artist, right, a female artist that's
Mm-hmm.
already out there in the industry, was saying how like it was a male dominated industry, and currently is not. And I said that in my Urban Magazine feature with them, like it's not a male dominated industry no more. But when you come across engineers, producers, videographers, they mainly be males, right? And
Right.
then if you are an outgoing person and you focus on your business, you attract people in high spirits who's doing good things. They're not slouches, they doing good things too, right? But cool. So now you coming from a business aspect, but they really fucking with you. So they want you to be personal. And as soon as you're like, no, I don't want to be personal, everything is dub. Like, oh, you know what? I don't need your work no more. I'm good. Because like I said, they're not slouches, but then I'm not a slouch neither. So it's like you try to make something personal and I want to be on business. I'm trying to pay you, but you trying to fuck to get it, for me to get it for free. I don't need it for free.
We don't do
You,
that.
yeah, like it is what it. I'm telling y'all what it is. Like I'm pretty sure if you know that like
Yeah.
that's a real thing. And so my thing,
It
like
is.
what I learned is like, and even me and my manager talk about this all the time. Whenever I meet someone new and I'm about to work with a new videographer or engineer or whatever, he's like business first, because like as you move on, guys is gonna continue hit on you. So off rip, I'd be like, all right, this is what I want to do. This is the project. How much? And so
Mm-hmm.
that's what I've learned. But I've been knew that. But in the past, I wasn't really heavy on it. I was just like, all right, we're going to do this project. When it's done, how much? No, now I'm like, how much at the beginning? Off
Yeah.
Let them
rip.
know right
Set
off
the
the
tone. Set
top.
the tone. I'm all about business
Right,
from
exactly.
jump.
It
Yeah.
sets the tone from the beginning.
Yeah.
Um,
So how do
so,
you?
oh,
Oh
go
no,
ahead, Danielle.
you got to follow. No, go ahead. You got to follow up. Go ahead.
No, because she definitely hit that, because I mean, obviously going into the industry, there is a lot of that. It was a lot of that back in the day, and I mean, of course, I mean, it still happens. But
Yeah.
I think the key thing that you definitely said is that you have that upfront conversation. You put that
Yeah.
out there to let them know, like, listen, I'm literally about my work. Like, either you gonna be with me or not. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And
Yeah.
or keep it moving. Because just where you found an engineer or producer, whoever,
You can find
you're gonna
another
find
one.
another one.
So like, have you had that like situation before, like where like you was trying to keep it business up front, and then like you really had to like dub them like, all right, you're doing too much, I can't.
Right. I'm over here opening my door so this internet connection. So I'm like I said, I grew up in Bushwick, right? But I moved to Bed-Stuy and I was living with my mom, but I moved out a year ago and I live in Bushwick now. Like it's very nice and pretty and updated, you know, or everything is updated over here in Bushwick, but like it's bad service. Bad.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I love Bushwick. It's pretty.
But
Word.
have you? I don't know if you heard my question earlier.
What was it?
So have you had that situation where you're trying to keep it business up front, and then like afterwards, like the guy was just like maybe trying to like
Just doing
not
too
keep
much.
it business and doing too much, and you had to just be like, all right, you're done. Like I gotta find somebody new.
Yeah, all the time. All the time. And it's like, I don't even know how it gets there anymore. I really don't know how it get there because, like I said, I'm straightforward with the question now. How much is it? But I'm going to tell you how it get there. I can tell you because it's still ongoing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Like I said, the video that's coming out, I finally got somebody to edit the video. But it could be something like this. How much is the video? You ignore my question. I asked you that 3 times. You feel me? So because they already have a mindset, they already have like their expectations. So off rip, when you say how much, they keep W, like ignoring the question. And then finally, when they be like, oh, I need a girlfriend, or say some weird shit, and you just ignore them and be looking at them in the screen like, then they're like, all right, how much for the video? How much you gonna pay me or whatever? And I'm like, all right, I'm thinking, you know, whatever, 4, okay, all right. And then they're like, you know what? Forget. I'm like, look, I'm gonna have my manager deal with it since you want to make things personal. I'm trying to be bit on a business aspect, and then off rip, they're like, that's too much. Fuck it. I don't need your work. It was nice building with you. You're amazing, but I'm good. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so it's like that. And then I'll have my manager contact them. And it's not even I try not to be like paying attention or taking any mind into shit like that when people start acting like that because they're offended. You understand? I get it. Like I'm a certified peer mediator, so I know, and I teach 1st through 5th grade, by the way. So I teach musical theater, I teach body language, I'm very good with people, and I know, and I'm very understanding. So I know when somebody's hurt. So I laugh at it now. I just be weak. And then I pass it on to my manager, and I try to let him deal with that person. But so it's not like when you say what I have to dub them. I don't dub them.
Oh, your manager just deals with it.
Usually they like, I don't want to fuck with Lenaah Lee because she don't want to fuck. Like, you know, they hurt because I'm like, no. And then so I pass it to my manager, and they still on the same time like, I'm good, bro. Because like I said, the people who I choose to work with, they don't be like, you know, they be already established, already doing big things, and they be good. They be good just how I'm good. But we're not about to do that. Like, we're about to do business, and we're about to move on. And if you don't want to do that, like, it's other established people. Like, you know what I mean?
It's honestly, it's sad because it's not even just like the music industry. Like you have to go through this with photographers. You have to go through this with, even if you're in like acting, like with producers, directors, like anything. And
anything
entertainment. Guys, y'all need to get it together. Like, and
we trying to be, you know what? We can't all put it on the guys. You can't all put it on the guys.
You can't all put it on the guys, but you could put it on the guys when you be like, yo, how much off rent? When you doing that, it ain't nothing else. It ain't nothing else to even say, bro. Like, I've been trying to be professional since jump. And like you said, like photographers and stuff, you don't want to talk or go on a date with them. Now you got to wait a month for your photos back. Like, what's going on?
I'm going to sit there while you
5 months, though?
I don't know.
I'm like, yo, son, by that time.
Go to Small Claims Court. Did you already pay?
Right.
You put a deposit.
My money and my photos.
You put your deposit, you go do the photo shoot, and then they like, let's go out next week. You know,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We
I can't.
good.
I'm busy.
it's
Nah. So with that being said, that was funny. 5 months though. So thank you for talking about it and sharing experiences that you had and understanding how to deal with it, and instead of you, because sometimes as well with some of the that type of manner, for you to be able to still keep it professional and be like, listen, well, since you're not giving me what I'm looking for, I'm gonna allow this person to kind of step in, my manager to step in and be able to deal with you. And that's good, because sometimes people can go left and be like, what? Like you get cursed out real quick and they try to send you on your way or whatever the deal is. But I think it's the manner in which you help, because I think that will help you, definitely continually to help you down the road. Because it just lets you know people, industry, because we say this all the time, the industry is so big, but yet so small. You understand? And everybody has some type of connection to somebody, and so they will hear through the grapevine. Because I'm quite sure if you hear someone who's sleeping with somebody over here, you're going to hear it over here. You know what I'm saying?
You're doing with videographers, like you can't be sleeping with videographers. They shooting everybody video. In the streets, they really outside more than like the dealers. Like they outside.
The dealers outside. Yeah, that
outside still.
That's
just
true.
Because they outside, but like they everywhere, and so you're right.
So I want to talk about this new single, "Big Ready," that you got coming up. Talk about the single, the getting ready for the summer. Talk about, and if that single and how it sets the tone for your upcoming projects that you are working on.
Big Ready is like an anthem. That's some song. Like I performed it in the beginning of Corona in Brooklyn, and like everybody was like, "Big Ready, I'm big ready." And it's really that song that like you could wake up in the morning and play that song, or you going out, whatever, you big ready for any moment. Like, so I'm gonna be dropping that like when it get a little bit more warmer, during the summertime. And that's just basically setting a tone since Patience. So I came out with Patience in the visual, and it was like cool and smooth, but now it's time to turn up, and so that's like the route I'm going in for the summer. Yeah.
So big turn up mode. That's what you're trying to give us this summer, right?
Yeah. So it's like, all right, y'all seen Patience, but now like y'all gonna see me be flexing. Like it's gonna be, up from the last one, up from the last project.
I can kind of see a visual for that. Like, okay, big,
and
so
listen,
big ready.
And outside is officially open next week.
Right.
Yeah, I could come up too. I'm a post. We be prepared. Like every time we do projects, like we fully plan it out so people could come. But this, like you said, like what is Big Ready? Like Big Ready is not gonna be with like in Patience. I had like a little cast in there, like 5, 6, few people in there. Big Ready is like a movie. Like it's gonna be scenes of me turning up within the video, but I wanted to be on some like concert type of visual.
Yo, before you even said that, low key, I had that in my head, as that.
Yeah, so we plan to be doing like a concert or a pop-up show. Me, my manager, and a few other artists, and like while we performing, we're gonna get some really good shots and include that. So that's just like a little something preview for y'all visuals.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's definitely gonna be a sight.
Yeah. And we're gonna have the cars out there, the motorcycles, gas. That's like it's gonna be real festive, but like real lit.
Can we put a cameo?
Yeah. I'm
cameo.
Yeah, it's lit. It's a video and a show, so y'all gotta come. Like definitely.
All right, well definitely
we'll
let
be
us
there.
We'll be there, let's know. But I just, on a serious note, I just want to say thank you so much for definitely sitting with us and having this conversation. You said a lot of things, and the one thing about our platform is shedding a lot of light on, you know, the movement in which you're making your journey absolutely in this industry. And I think the one thing that you said a few things that was just definitely on point about just, you know, professionalism and, you know, working with people and how to properly work with people, and how to basically deal when you can't deal. You know what I'm saying? Like when you feel like this is beyond me, let me have someone step in. And I think that's very important, because sometimes, you know, everybody don't know how to deal with certain situations, and they don't deal with them correctly. So first of all, thank you so much for that. Talk about Danielle, I'm sorry, did you have a question?
I just have one last question.
Yeah.
What motivates you to stay hungry with your music?
You know what motivates me is like, it's an inner motivation. Like I'm already deeply, like it's already in me.
Like it's
And
rooted.
and I know, like, no matter, like, when you said, are you patient? I'm going to forever be patient within this music industry until I get to where I want to be, which is at the top. And like I told you, with the hard working aspect, I'm going to keep working hard until I get there. So it's like, what motivates me is just the fact that I don't like to be bored. And I like to do what I like to do. And what I like and I love is music, whether it's musical theater or rapping and singing. And so I'm doing that 24/7, you know. If I'm not doing that, then I'm doing musicals. So that's what motivates. It's like a motivation deeply rooted inside me, for real. And in the fact that people, like, when I do perform or I do put out my songs or even visuals, that's when they go like super crazy, like they really love it. And so I love to see people liking my stuff. Like I like to put on shows for people. Like even like when you say, is my family supportive? Way supportive. Like my mom can't go nowhere with her. I'm doing a free concert for people. I'm like, nah, pay me. Yeah, you wildin'. Like it came to a point, like after I moved down, I'm like, listen, stop doing that. Cause we could be at her boys. We could be, you know, we'd be at her boy's house in Connecticut. One time he got me the whole band. It's like, yeah, you know, I don't mind it, because like I said, I love putting on the shows. But yeah, that's what it is. Like I just love doing what I love. Like it is what I love.
It's nothing like doing what you love.
Because when you
So
do
of
what you
course,
love, it doesn't feel like work.
Right.
exactly.
It's fun. It's fun.
So, you know, we got to ask you. So right now, who are your top 5 artists?
Oh man. Okay. Let me see. Right now I've been listening to, what's his name? His Don Toliver. Right? Like, all right, so I don't have top artists because
Okay.
most of the time I don't even know their names. I know the song. And that's bad because, like, yeah, somebody asked me before, like, who your top artist? I'm like, dang, I don't know the name, but I know the song. But these are artists who I really like. Like, I like Don Toliver. I just started getting into his music. I just love it. Like, so he's cool. You know, what's that? Billie Eilish.
Oh, Billie
Yeah.
Eilish. Okay.
She's dope. Elena Perez. I love listening to her. I love her
Okay.
music.
I like her too.
Yeah.
And like with the rapping, like, you know how you say, how do I not follow the trend? I don't mind the trends. So I just like the trend people. I'm gonna just say the trend artists. I like all of them. Like, I just love music, bro. I don't really have top artists and stuff like that, but I like Dawn Toliver, Elena Perez, Billie Eilish. Yeah, you know. And then all the hot songs that's out.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. There's
So
nothing
you
wrong
know
with that.
Young Nudie?
Huh?
Young Nudie is an artist. You know him? Know of him? Young Nudie? Yeah, yeah. He
No.
likes out, but I
I'm
like
not on.
Young Nudie.
Okay, you just
I like,
gave me get somebody to check out.
Right?
So I'm gonna definitely
yeah,
check it out.
look at Young Nudie. He fire for real. I
Got
like
it.
Young Nudie.
Taking note right now.
And
Yeah,
I also
Young
have
Nudie.
another question.
Go
How
ahead.
do, like, as female, because I don't want to just say female rappers, but because you know, like female rappers, there's a lot of, I'm not gonna say we because I don't rap, but how do female rappers, as far as like not, I don't want to say, because you know, like there's always like there can only be one. But how can we live in a world of female rappers having their own lane and not having so much competition?
Well, with the like, so with female artists that's already established, what I did notice is like it only recently became like a month and a half since it's kind of been a little bit of static within like, oh, I'm like, you know, Big Lotto. That's another person I like. She has really good music. And then Ruby Rose, I like it too. But, you know, it was some were like, oh, I'm the biggest or the big. And the thing is, before that, like, it's not really like females nowadays, they actually like respecting each other. Like, they actually support each.
Oh, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Nah. No. No, girl, we can't hear you.
I don't know. It's just like her.
The sound just like went out of nowhere.
Oh. They don't want us to hear the answer.
Did you mute, like at the top? There's like a mic. Did you mute it by accident?
Oh Lord, I think it's about to cut her out.
Lord, Instagram playing games with us again.
Oh Lord. I think it was her mic.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to hear the answer.
Yeah, right. See, I tell you, man, the devil be working, y'all.
What?
The devil be working.
Are you getting on that Nikki live? 11 o'clock? Yeah, see, look, it kicked her out.
All right. So hopefully she'll come right back.
Hold on, let me see. What's this? So I just sent her the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, Nikki doing a live tonight at 11.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I had got a phone call and that messed up my mic. But what was we at with it just now?
Female artists, and you were saying how like back then there was a lot of tension, and now it's like more everybody's coming together.
Everybody coming together,
right.
Just showing love.
Right. So now, yeah, everybody is showing love to each other for the most. That's what I see. That's what I'm witnessing. So I don't really feel like that's a big thing right now. I don't know if it is, but as far as I'm concerned, like everybody, like when I performed too, I even know, like, to be honest, when I was in high school, 2010 and 2013, and I would perform, like a lot of guys would be in the front, like, hey, you lit. And the females would be there on the side, like, okay. But now, like, I perform and the females is there, like, it's lit. Like, everybody is showing love. If you hot, you hot. And it's just what it is. If the song is hot, it is what it is. Like, so,
yeah.
So basically, it all comes down to the music, the unity of the music, and showing love. That's it.
Right. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. The music and showing love. That's it.
Yeah. Gotcha.
What's some advice that you have for somebody that may be up and coming?
I say do what you want to do as far as when writing your music. I say when you going and you listening to the instrumentals and you in the writing process, like don't think of anything. Maybe meditate before you start writing. Or sometimes you can't meditate because it's just mad weird. Like you'd be like, oh, I want to write music, and you do it. But like clear your mind. Like whatever you got to do to clear your mind. And this is for if you find yourself like being on the trend wave and you like, dang, I don't want my song to go in that way. Like maybe clear your mind, stay true to yourself, and like stay true to your morals and how you want to move. You feel me? It's all up to the artist. Everybody moves different ways. You know, I move my way, they can move their way and get how they get it how they get it. But like do what you want to do and like own it. You feel me? That's it.
Yeah. All right now. Yes. Yeah. So let me tell you, thank you so much for coming through, having a conversation. You said a lot of great things,
a lot of
real things at that.
Yeah.
And just letting the people know. So please let the audience know, for those who may not know where they can find you, what's going on. Is there a expectation? I can't even talk. I was about to say an expiration date,
Oh, girl,
an
no, we
expected
fine.
date in regards to your new drop. Just let the people know.
All right, so you can find me on SoundCloud, Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, and the link is in my bio. So you could click it there on Instagram at Lenaah H. I'll type it in as well. And as far as Dear Love video, where we in? We in May, June. Dear Love should be out by like the middle of June. No longer than June 25th, to be honest. Maybe
Okay.
for that, but I plan to drop it around June 25th for Dear Love. And Big Ready video shoot is going to be somewhere in like July, August, but after July 4th for a fact. So just look forward to that because I'm going to be posting like the official video date, the time and the address so everybody could attend the party and we could get what we need to get. And yeah, that's it.
Yes.
All right. Well, we are super excited. We wish you nothing but the very best in
Thank you,
all
y'all.
of your endeavors and your music. We pray nothing but blessings, everything over
Keep
you and
going.
all those that who you're working with, that you just keep going. You keep striving
Yeah.
and hit every single goal that you're looking to hit. And I'm quite sure everything else will fall into place as well.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, by the way. I
Thank
had
you.
patience.
Thank
Yes.
you so much. We appreciate the conversation and you have a good evening.
Yep.
Later, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Sis.
Yes, I love her.
That was definitely a really good conversation. I mean, I love all of our conversations every week. Like,
Yeah, but I like how she like went into, because you know we never really spoke about when
yeah,
you females in the industry and the
working with
guys.
the bells. Yes. And that's why I was so hyped that she really got into it and really talked about that,
Yes,
because it's the truth. Like, you know, I mean, is grimy out here, you know? People be sleeping over people for beats and other little things going on, and then it's just like when you hot, yeah, you hot, and then it's like okay, you fall off, then it's like all right, we on to the next hot thing out here. So,
exactly.
and I've even seen people sleep with other people for a job.
But it's like if I'm trying to be respectful, I'm talking strictly about business. Treat me with such respect as I'm treating you. Don't come to me with no next. Oh nah,
That's
because you wouldn't
true.
be talking that much to Jay-Z.
It,
Hello. Okay.
yeah,
I rest
I
my
remember
case.
I remember back in my day, you know, when I was working for a certain place, and you know, I remember I remember one guy was going through interns like crazy. I was
No
like,
man.
yo, dude. And because they were young,
And
into
impressionable.
it, right, impressionable celebrities coming in and out the building, and it's just like starstruck, and then it's just like boom, boom, got him. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of in that like, but I remember those days. But you know, the one thing I always said personally for myself is like, look, I don't care if it has to take me 10 years to get to where I need to go. I'd rather go that way than think it's gonna get me there in like 1 year or two, because either I'm messing with somebody who I think who's going to get me to the top or whatever the deal is. And that may be the case for some people. And that has been the case for some people in the industry. But I think it all comes down to morals, because like I said, even though it's a big world,
It's still small.
it's very small. So
Everybody know everybody.
everybody know everybody. And when you mess up with one person, you mess up with the others. So I really appreciate that conversation. And in a lot of her just really focusing on, you know, giving what she loves and doing what she loves, and not making that change because somebody else wants
Yes.
her to make that change.
That's
So
girl.
I think it was a definitely really good talk, and I'm we ready for Big Ready? You want to be the cameo lights?
Big ready,
Cameo,
big ready. I'm
you
ready.
know? All right, we ready? So once again, thank you so much, guys, for definitely tuning in and talking with us. And and hearing the conversation. Like I said, it's nothing but what
Real
real
music, real style, and real people.
real people. So what's going on? Anything? Nothing? No, we still on. Okay,
We
all right.
still tea.
You know, I
When
got
we
some
have
people
something, I'll bring it
asking.
up. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up.
All right, so I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us. Join us on Monday for our Music Monday. We have our
Yes.
special guest host, Key and Shay.
Yes.
They're gonna be coming through. They're gonna be talking with us.
Child, you know, Portia been messy. You know we're gonna talk about it.
Girl, she snatched my whole wig this weekend. This past week. I was stressed for her. But anyway, I think it's a ploy, but we'll get into that. Yes, a lot has been going on. Guys, don't forget, we also got, I mean, it's just so much going on happening in what's going on in music. And once again, congratulations to Beyonce, Jay-Z, who
yes, in
his first year of eligibility. Come on. You got inducted your first year in eligibility.
Who is it? Tina Turner.
Tina Turner, yes. LL Cool J. Oh, you already said him. Yes, LL. Jay-Z, and it's amazing. And they're just, the Carters are doing so much.
Big things.
Okay, big things. Okay, I'm excited for them. But guys, thank you so much for pouring. Please know, support us, continue to support us. Thank you so much for all the love and support that you are giving us. We have merch, we got t-shirts. So guys, please DM us, email me, follow us, whatever you got to do. Guys, we got a lot of things coming up. We got the music awards coming up. We actually getting ready to close our first session of the nominations, and then we're going into the voting. So guys, soon we'll be able to vote for one of your favorite independent artists that we have had the pleasure to be able to have on our platforms. So guys, definitely we're doing a lot of stuff. Okay, we're gonna be able to stream live. You'll be able to sit down and look at our first music awards. Okay, yes. Super excited. We're gonna be hosting, and we got a couple surprises for y'all. So to a couple of presenters and who we're going to have there giving away some awards. So definitely please hang on in there with us. And thank you so much for all the love and support that you have shown throughout the 2 years. Oof. 2 years. Oof. GENEUS has been kicking it. So we appreciate it. So guys, we're going to wrap this up so you can get on out of here. So once again, guys, thank you so much for joining in. I am just one of your hosts, Aasha Redway.
And your girl, Danielle Meeks.
All right. So, guys, you already know what it is. This is Indie Talks, and please tune in with us on next week. So, until then, you already know what it is. Peace.